Splash.
Aquaman
Aquaman 2.
Yeah. It's
The
actually Aquaman
finale.
and the Lost Kingdom. Okay.
The finale of the DCEU.
Yeah, even though it didn't end the DCEU at all, and it was literally just the last movie in the DCEU. This movie was mid. It was super meh.
It was really meh.
It was super meh to a movie that was also
Now,
pretty meh.
I wanted to save this for the review. I honestly think that what they should have done, and I'm serious about this, they should have just kept the DCEU alive and leaned into the shticky and over-the-topness, because then you have Marvel that almost smells its farts too much.
Yep.
Yeah, they're witty and funny, but it's like super like, hey.
But they do an Eternals every once in a while that is super fart smelly. Yeah.
But then like DC needs to be the really dumb, clunky, hit you over the head.
Because it's Aquaman.
Because it's Aquaman. And then the Flash movie, we just had George Clooney come back for no reason. So
I can say one scene right off the bat that is the dumbest fucking scene in this movie.
All right, here we go.
It is at the end fight. No spoilers for the fight, but it's at the end fight. Randall fucking Park is in this movie.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, was he in the first one? Because we watched this. I didn't see the first one on purpose.
No, he's not in the first one.
Okay, thank you.
So he's just like, DC said, hey, people like him in Marvel, why don't we get that guy in our movies to be a scientist? He's literally Jimmy fucking Woo.
He's playing Randall Park. Playing Randall. I mean, he's like, he's playing, but by Randall Park, I mean like that like when he's that character. Comedy, he's just doing that like, I'm really funny.
There's a fucking scene at the end fight. He picks up the trident. Hey, Aquaman! Oh my God. Any movie where they call them the fucking character name? Like, I don't think anybody called the Flash in the entirety of the DCEU.
They were saying Barry.
Barry. Yeah. Nobody's like, hey, the Flash. Here. Hey, Aquaman. I get he doesn't know his name, but is he like... He's not even known as Aquaman until the end of this movie, where he goes, I'm Aquaman. Woo!
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I'm saying. They do the clunky Iron Man thing where he's basically
the
doing
Iron
the
Man
I'm
scene.
Iron Man thing, but it's cheesy shit.
Holy shit, it's the Iron Man scene. Oh my God,
Which
man.
again, if you're Warner Brothers, lean into that. Be the ones that people go, oh yeah, DC, they don't take themselves serious. Those are just fun, dumb movies that you just have
If it ended and he goes, I am Aquaman, and then it's the...
Yeah, that would have been pretty awesome, actually. And then they're showing like the same credits, like the outline of him swimming, and then like the light, you know. And
Holy shit, this movie would have jumped 3 points for me if it ended as a fucking Iron Man parody. Oh my God. No. Instead, it's just a pale imitation of a better fucking movie.
Again.
Yeah, again. For the second time. DC, quit while you're ahead.
By the way, this made every movie that came out this year that wasn't Blue Beetle made Blue Beetle feel like it almost belongs in the MCU.
Citizen fucking Kane.
So much better than the other movie. I mean,
yeah.
So much better.
Like, hey, Marvel, why don't you just put a bid out on Blue Beetle and say that's an MCU movie?
It's like I can see why James Gunn keeps going, yeah, no, we're keeping that kid and that character.
No, but George Lopez says Batman's a fascist, so it's a DC thing. That's it. That's the only thing that makes it a DC thing. Just write out that scene and it could be Marvel.
Just gut your characters, sell the ones that are good to Marvel, and just end the DC at this point.
Stop.
That's where I felt about the movie.
You can't restart next. We're restarting in 2 years. We're already restarting from 1 again.
It does look like
what
they're
if
taking
James Gunn makes a shitty tweet and they fire him after Superman Legacy?
I mean, those are realistic things.
Those are real possibilities. Those are real things that could happen.
And we don't know what the merger could happen with the Paramount. We don't know any of that stuff. They're trying to sell off their
Superman Legacy
division.
could come out, make no money, and they go, bye, James Gunn.
Yeah, that ain't working. We're doing it again. Reboot it again.
So what about my 10? Shut up. Reboot it again. Do it again. And we're not even going to do we're not even going to lean into the fact that DC is more multiversal bullshit than Marvel ever has been.
People shit so
But we're not, because they're not utilizing it at all. It's like there's Earth 1, there's Earth 2, there's Earth 6, there's Earth 18.
Even dipping your toe in it like Marvel, and everybody was like, we hate Marvel now, screw Marvel. But it's like, did you watch the Flash movie?
Yeah.
Are you shitting me?
Marvel's was a better put together movie than anything DC has put out this year.
Oh my God! Besides Blue Beetle, Blue
Yeah.
Beetle may have been the second best comic book movie this year because
Blue Beetle starts and it's like, hey, fuck all that other noise, and then stays on that same level for the entire movie, and then by the end, George Clooney Batman doesn't fucking show up and doesn't ruin the whole thing. You know? It's like, hey, we're gonna end this movie containing it to this universe. Like, to this character, at least. Aquaman 2 does the same fucking thing.
Yes, that makes me... I was going to ask you, how many cameos do you think they cut out of this movie?
All of them.
Because there is some jarring
All of
weirdness
them.
in this movie that, like, was Ben Affleck supposed to be in this part? I think Ben Affleck was probably supposed... Oh, where's Wonder Woman? Oh, I think she was probably supposed to show up here.
Every single movie this year has had a Wonder Woman thing, except this one. I was waiting for the fucking theme music to start.
I'm not kidding. And if you are going all out, why cut all that?
Yeah.
You can't say, oh, confusion. No, guys, if you were worried about confusion, you would have put Flash last, moved Aquaman to the middle, and then made the end credit scene an explanation of why it's all ending. Not put the end of the universe movie in the middle of the summer and then switch. Do you know what I mean? Like, I hate that as an excuse as to why they cut the people. No, James, that's not why you cut the people
But
out.
Flash ends with the reboot and George Clooney, and then he's also drinking with Jason Momoa
As
Aquaman still.
Which is why I'm saying you would have changed that end credit scene to them.
An actual
Maybe
ending.
they're drinking and they're all laughing and they look up in the sky and there's just white light coming as everything's getting wiped out and they're like, uh-oh. That would have still been a better ending than
Fade to white. That would have been
to white.
perfect. It would have been
Instead
perfect.
we're eating roach cheeseburgers. What is happening?
Yeah, all your American food just sounds disgusting. Yeah, and the end scene is Patrick Wilson's character eating a cheeseburger.
Spoiler, by the way. That's just...
And he's like,
Which, if you Google this,
What?
they're literally trying to position it as a homage to the first Avengers movie where they're eating...
are they?
At the
The
end.
shawarma scene?
That's literally what they're...
What?
That's what Warner is trying to position that as press.
See, but then lean into that.
But that's what I'm saying. They don't lean
Do
into
the
it.
Exact framing. Make the characters sit exactly like the
And
Avengers
then
were.
they're all eating roach burgers.
And they're all eating whatever.
Whatever.
And then the Iron Man thing, too. Could you fucking imagine? Like, are they playing the Iron Man theme song in Aquaman? That would be way funnier. Oh my
you're
God.
right. 'Cause these need to be lessons, and every time people are like, "Well, Marvel movies suck." No, but go watch Aquaman 2 and tell me that you don't think Ant-Man's better than Aquaman 2. You know what I mean? Go watch the Marvels and tell me that that's not a more fun movie than this movie.
It's fun to shit on Marvel. People are all about shitting on Marvel.
DC's like the underdog. Well, come on, guys. You know this is all they could do because it's Aquaman. How is any of this okay? But nothing Marvel does is okay.
It's a sequel to Aquaman.
That made $1.15 billion.
This movie doesn't give you any new bad guy.
Nothing.
The bad guy in Aquaman 1 is Orm, Ocean Master, and Black Manta.
Right.
Who are the two bad guys in this movie? Orm and fucking Black Manta. Black Manta mostly.
Right,
because
then
Orm's a good guy now.
decides to be a good guy all of a sudden. Because.
Yeah, because brothers and family and what is this, a fast movie? What the fuck, man? I was entertained watching it. The Patrick Wilson Jason Momoa dynamic is something I need in a movie I care about.
They're great.
But I need it attached to a movie I give a shit about.
But yeah,
right.
I don't,
Not as Aquaman and Orm.
Not as a dying franchise.
Do a Step Brothers remake with those two. Fucking, I don't give a shit, man. It doesn't matter. This movie was not.
You could have did a
not
Rob
it.
Kevin Hart style cop action buddy movies because they don't look the same.
No.
You could make Patrick Wilson the partying one and Jason Momoa who looks like the partying one, the real clean cut buttoned up one, and I'm giving you my ticket. Let me go watch that buddy action movie right now.
Yeah, not this one where
Hey,
let's put Aquaman in a different suit where he doesn't look like Aquaman for 45 minutes.
Let's keep him on land. He's land man.
Landman. They do that in the first one. Hey, we got to go to a desert. Why?
We're subverting expectations, right? Because he's Aquaman.
In the first one, Amber Heard, they need to get like a altar wet, and like they're in the middle of a desert. So she goes, hold on, Aquaman. I can control the body sweat on your body to then make this altar activate to open the secret fucking temple to get your super dad trident. Like, holy shit, the first one is such an incoherent mess. And it ends with like this big underwater war. The crab guy who shows, I lost my claw again.
Shiny.
Yeah. Fucking who cares, man? Who fucking cares?
Hey, man,
I
but
get
you know-
the first one made $1 billion, but who fucking cares?
That's what I mean. But then when you're like, hey, what did you hate about Ant-Man Quantumania? I didn't like how they made the ants really smart, and I didn't like that like Paul Rudd, stay toe-to-toe fist fighting Jonathan Majors. Those were really stupid points of that movie. That is the things they pick apart. And then you just described the most incoherent shit I've ever heard in a movie.
Yep. Yeah. This movie's horrible. Yeah, it doesn't need to exist.
Yeah, I'm going to give it
5 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 4.
Yeah.
Only because it's that high because I thought Jason Momoa and Patrick Wilson were fine and they're great.
Yeah. But otherwise, DC should stop making movies.
That's enough.
Yeah, stop.
That's enough for now.
Like, I don't like Superman, so the next movie, DC movie we get is Superman Legacy. And I don't fucking care to watch that. Mostly because it's also James Gunn, and it's not a Superman movie because he's putting in like Lex Luthor, and we're gonna do Green Lantern, and we're gonna do all these other characters. But I can't use any of like Dr. Fate or Atom Smasher because The Rock already tried that in Black Adam, and I can't use Aquaman or Flash because those two are being canceled. But I'm gonna bring Aquaman back, Jason Momoa as a different actor, and throw him in as Lobo, even though people are gonna be confused at who he's playing now.
I think you haven't even scratched the surface because I think if the
haven't.
movies struggle but don't bomb, then they're gonna go. I'm not kidding about this. You need to call Dwayne, and we need to do. They blast a hole open into that universe from the DCEU and Black Adam. I'm not kidding. I'm not joking with you. There's a reason they didn't blow up the DCEU. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you just torch the mother? Aquaman ends and everything's on fire and burning. Everyone dies. There's no reason to not do that.
Yeah, the Earth explodes.
There's no reason.
Why wouldn't you do that?
Why wouldn't you? Because just in case. Just in case.
Fucking Justin Case needs to be put on trial, bro.
Ugh.
That fucking Justin. Just in case.